After almost 3 decades in the corporate world as a leader, working with leaders, coaching leaders, running workshops, achieving business transformations, I've developed several tools that I've been using with my clients very successfully. And some of them I've now made available on my website for you to use at no cost whatsoever. So what I'd like to do in this video is just briefly take you through what's available on my website, obviously where you can find it, and invite you to go and download whatever tool appeals to you and work with it and let me know what you think of it. So my name is Pietro Pazzi. As I mentioned, I've been in leadership positions for over 30 years, and I have recently gone into coaching with executives and leaders. So let's go to the website and take a look what we have available for you. So on my website at pietropazzi.com, at the top you see several tabs. The tab we're going to be visiting today is the Resources tab. So clicking on that, you can see there's a drop-down, Assessment and Guides, and Infographics. Not necessarily to click on any of those. We'll come back to Infographics in a minute. But clicking on the Resources right at the top, you'll see that the very first thing that pops up is a list of what is available on this page. So let's go take a brief look at what's available. It starts with planners. Now I have two planners. The one is the Leadership Journey Planner, and the other is the Manifestation Planner. So starting with the Leadership Journey Planner, this is really a planner that goes beyond just planning what you want to do in the next 30, 60, 90, or even a year. It's about reflecting on the past, learning from the past, knowing what needs to go and what to develop and what to build on. And so here's the let me just get this the right size. Here's the planner. It's 32 pages long. As I mentioned, it starts off with taking a look back, reflecting on what happened in the previous period, whether it's a year, 6 months, 3 months. You can really make it fit to whatever time period you're working with. There's the present. Where are you at the moment? What's developing? What's emerging? What's requiring you to look at enhancing in your approach as a leader? And then we have the future. Where to in the future? What are the key things to deliver? List of goals, how to prioritize those goals, and then a little planner on how to develop those goals and get them delivered. That is the very brief overview of the Leadership Journey Planner available on the website. The second one is the Manifestation Planner. This one is really developed way back then in my 20s. I had a franchise in Success Motivation International, which is self-development, goal setting, positive motivation, affirmations, visualization, that sort of thing. And also NLP, which I studied back then. So this is sort of a combination of those two disciplines, if you want, and how to go about manifesting what it is that you wanting to manifest. This is made up of 5 different guides or guides, forms, not guides. It has a guide. It starts with a guide. Then it has the actual work area. And there we have 4 of them. The very first one is about what is it we want to work on? What are some of the improvement ideas that we want to work on ourselves, in our environment, in very specific areas of our lives? Secondly is what goals do we want to set in those specific areas that we have prioritized? And this is, again, is just helps you manifest or helps you define the goals very clearly. And then in terms of manifestation support, this is really about, now that you have your goals, you know when you want to deliver them, you know the details of what it is you want to deliver. This is sort of, how does one maintain the momentum to get the delivery done? And then goal reflection. This is looking back and doing some reviews along the way. Where we're at, what's holding us back, is there something holding us back, any roadblocks that need to be removed, or are there certain items that need to be rethought and reconfigured? A little bit of an agile approach, because life is not a straight line. It does work in a spiral, so sometimes we need to step away from things and move in a new direction. So those are the 2 planners available for you that you can work with at no fee whatsoever. Then I have a set of assessments that I and my clients have felt very useful. We have the self-awareness assessment, the 6 anchors of leadership assessment, and the Wheel of Life assessment. So let's quickly pop over to them. The very first one is self-awareness in leadership. This is, there's a lot of things out there on self-awareness, but I find that a lot of it lacks substance. So yeah, we know self-awareness is important, but how do I develop my self-awareness? It starts with being aware where you're at in terms of self-awareness. And this is exactly how this particular assessment will assist you. It covers several areas. It helps you with scoring your assessment and then interpreting your assessment. So it's an assessment that you would score, you would rate, you would score, and then you can immediately interpret and take away with you. The next one is the 6 anchors of leadership assessment. And this really looks at 6 areas within leadership and leadership effectiveness, self-awareness being one of them, conscious choice, making choices and the willpower to see them through, the integration, presence and impact. How do I present myself? What impact do I have? Navigating complexity, and then sustainability. So those areas, I have different statements that you would rate. Again, it will show you how to do the scoring, and again, you have a whole set of ways to interpret and help you interpret your results and immediately come away with what you can do with it. And then the final one is the Wheel of Life. And the Wheel of Life looks at certain areas in your life, your spiritual, ethical, mental, educational, career, vocation, financial, family and home, physical and health. And again, each one of those are rated, statements are rated. It assists you on how to do the scoring of that. And again, a takeaway. So the idea is to have a look at that wheel of your life. Where are the areas you really have a strength in, and those areas maybe the wheel's a bit flat that needs looking at. And this can really be an add-on or an add-in into your planner in terms of areas that you want to set goals and improve on. So those are the 3 assessments available. Again, you can go to the website and download them. And the last little section is I've recorded several guided visualizations that I use in my practice with clients to aid in self-reflection, self-awareness, and just inner development of finding one's center, remaining in center when things get a bit tense, and really understanding the inner landscape. The coaching that I do is leadership depth coaching, and it's really very much looking at that behind the scenes, the operating system, and how do we bring that up to speed? Not just adding skills and adding motivation, but really working at it at the inner level. So there's a number of guided visualizations you can download and work through, and also some guides or manuals or tools, if you want, on a couple of writing techniques, or not techniques, writing exercises on further self-development. All available to you. Go have a look. If anything, the one that appeals to you, start there and then move on maybe to the next and take it from there. It's all available to you. The last one I quickly want to show you is infographics. This is where I'm loading infographics that seem to be popular on the various platforms that I would post them. And they vary from 5-page infographics, and most of them are 3-page infographics. You can download them, and they really they touch on many areas that is prominent or really people are working with and struggling with at the moment. There's a lot of transition going on in the world today, a lot of people in transformation and not quite knowing where to go with this. And here's a lot of ideas and insights that I've gathered over the years that I've put into these various infographics for you to take away, have a look at, and explore. So, in a nutshell, well, that was some of the things available on my website for you. Please do pop around, have a look at it. Let me know what you find interesting, what you've learned from them. And in upcoming videos, I'd maybe go into a few of these in a bit more details. Well, let me know if there's any that you would like me to go into more detail. And yes, you can see it at a bit of a deeper level and what the intentions are with the content within some of the planners and the assessments, and maybe how to work with the assessments after you've done it. So subscribe, and you can be informed the minute the new ones are loaded. And yeah, let me know. So thank you very much for joining me on this. Enjoy the resources available to you, and we'll see you in the next video.